Welcome back. Yeah, it's day 3 of coating this place, so we have something very exciting. First day using the new sander. So this job doesn't even warrant using the sander. Honestly, I could just scrape down the few joints that have lift-offs and be just fine. Let's get in here and see what we can do with it. What's also nice is the homeowner totally tidied up over the weekend. So it's looking way better over here. Alright, I also think this thing warrants a little bit of a box opening because we didn't do that before. But yeah, what do we have here? So, you know, we got the Festool PLANEX. We got an extension handle in here. I don't think I'm going to be needing that in here because this place is so tiny. But yeah. Alright, so this pad that it comes with is actually kind of soft. It's not a super firm pad, so I should be okay for sanding today. They sent me like 7 boxes of sandpaper. I will never need to buy sandpaper for the rest of my life. I think I'm gonna start, what's 320? I'm gonna risk it and try 220. I know that even 220 was really aggressive on the original PLANEX. Line up those holes there. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough. So we got that, and then there's the handle. Everything fits in there pretty nice and snug. Man, I watched the demo for this thing that they did for us, but that's about it. So, once again, I'm only slightly versed in the instructions. That's how I roll. Yeah, even this is really long. Like, I honestly wish I could make this much shorter. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fit this in the bathroom. Okay, let's check out the vacuum too. Alright, so the vacuum is pretty vacuumy. You know, it's a big vacuum. It's got this spot to store the hose. Still got these little straps on the cord here. Oh, yeah. Brand spanking new. But in here, we've got... This is a cool system. So it's just got this bag, you know, filter on there. It's an auto clean, so it's gonna make a lot of noise. But these bags are pretty cool. So they come with a twist tie. So as soon as this is full, you just wrap it up, zip, twist tie, it's done. Ready to go in the trash. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's get this turned on. So what do we need here? It's for the PLANEX. Man, I can't even remember. It's all on full right now. Manual auto clean. Oh, auto clean. I don't know, let's try that. And then, how does it turn on? Where's the button that turns it on? Oh, I think the tool turns it on. All right, let's see. I believe this part goes here. Come on, don't you go in there? No? Must just be really snug. Yeah, it's just snug, like a nice new plug. Okay, let's see. This part comes up. And that's the only thing you want to watch out is not snaking these around each other when you're setting it up, I think. But let's see. That goes on there. Fits nice and snug. And then I guess just to make sure, got that little collar. And now this part. Okay, that's on. Is there a lock of some kind? Or yeah, there is. Okay, so clearly it's easier to put the plug in first, not this, because I can't twist this lock. Come on, how's this work? Ah, there we go. Now it's locked. No, it's not. I don't know what this does. Let's just plug it in and see how it works. Okay, so it might turn on if I do something. Okay, light. Ooh, look at that. There's the light. Can you guys see that? That's pretty darn cool. And the tool, what's it set at? What's this part? I don't know, I can't remember. This is going to be a mess today. That loud noise is the auto clean. And so the cool thing about the auto clean function is if you have one of these vacuums on a job site and say somebody's apprentice comes and tries to take your vacuum and the auto clean goes on right away, they think they just broke your vacuum when it goes thump, thump. So they'll like turn it off and walk away. So that's one of the good things about having one of these vacuums, just so you guys know. Okay, I'm gonna start this on low. Okay, let's see. Does it even fit in the room? Yes, good. Like even at 90 degrees? Just barely. But I shouldn't have to get it to 90 degrees too much. So let's see how this works. I'm kind of terrified here. I'm gonna start on this one in the shower. Actually wasn't too bad, and I could just turn the light on and see what I'm doing. It might have been a little bit slow still, a little bit of lines there, but yeah, at least I can see what it's doing. Definitely the speed on 1 was way too low. So we're gonna try 3. I think I'm gonna bring you guys in here and try and set the light up so you can see something in here. Ooh, look at that, eh? So that was pretty darn good and pretty darn fast. It's leaving these little random orbital swirlies, although they're pretty small. If I actually take you back out here, you can see that. But still, gotta figure that out. Alright, well that's enough of that farting about. I'm now gonna sand everything you guys can see in this frame and we'll see how long it takes. Not too bad. Now I gotta take a look at the work. Alright, first impressions, really good. Really good dust collection. As usual with something that big, it doesn't get into the sides and corners very well. I'm not able to pick up on the random orbital swirls as much, but I could see them with the light from the thing. Still definitely getting gouges from time to time like this. As you can see right here, you're going to wind up over sanding joints and under sanding some of the tight spots because of the nature of using such a large, powerful sander. It's kind of hard to pick up on, but these lines are slight ridges, so definitely a learning curve there. The edge was kind of burning into it, so I would not be able to use it for a finish coat right away without a lot more practice. Obviously went way into the tape on this first joint that I sanded. A little bit of a learning curve right here with how to take it on and off the wall. But overall, super fast and not that hard. So while I'm saying there's a learning curve, honestly, this one felt a little bit lighter and easier to use than the original PLANEX. Alright, so what do I think? Well, overall I'm super impressed. Any of my complaints are just minor learning curve things. I do hope that I'm able to figure out how to sand large, broad surfaces and not leave any little lines or grooves, because I mean what I really want this thing for is for sanding skim coats on ceilings. So I don't know if it needs a different interface pad or what, but basically yeah, I'm excited about this, but for now it's going to be definitely just reserved for sanding first coats or for sanding paint on walls. That's another thing that a lot of people don't know is, like, if you're a painter, this tool is amazing for paint prep. So that's one of the things I loved it for when I worked for somebody who had one, is when we were getting ready to paint the place, you know, you'd walk in with one of these and you can burn everything off the walls, like every paint drip, every roller line. These things are amazing. So that was actually one of my favorite things to use it for, partly because I couldn't wreck anything when I was sanding painted walls. Anyways, that's all I have to say about the Festool today. I don't think I'm going to film any coating in that bathroom today, but what I am going to do is, as always on any job, there is a while you're here list. So there is also a powder room in the house that needs to be coated. It's got a few patches, so I think I'll spend my time in there filming today, but I'll be sure to show you guys what this looks like at the end of the day. That really turned into an ordeal. So my first batch that I filmed like a how to mix small batches of quickset video for, it set in like 10 minutes. It might have also been that I was farting around filming a video. I had only taped about half of it and I had half a pan left of mud, so I had to just really quickly unload the pan onto the wall. You can see what that looks like in the first coat. And then I did manage to get it all taped with the second batch of mud and then get more of it coated. But I still had to mix even a third batch of quickset just to get it all evenly coated. And I'm not even gonna try and get this done in one day. Now that it's all got a nice thick base coat that's not gonna shrink, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put all-purpose mud over top, give it a quick sand, and then do another skim. So I'm gonna have to come back to this job one more day than I thought I would, but it'll be worth it to make sure that the finish is really nice. Now, it's getting on. Well, by getting on, it's like 12:30. I'm super hungry and I need a coffee, so I want to see what this place has to offer. We're in Tawasin and it's really nice out here. Little bakery down the street. I want to see what they have. It's really beautiful around here, as you guys can see. Nice trees. It's just got that sort of beach town feel. Real nice around here. There was a windstorm the other night though. As you can see, there's just leaves and debris all over the road. Got real windy last night. All right, I'm only a couple minutes away from Centennial Beach, so I think I'll head over there and show you guys the view. That was nice. I'm feeling very refreshed, and in fact I don't even want to go back to work. I probably could have plowed through that last hour and a half of work I need to do, but it's really hard to actually talk to the camera, plan the videos, and do all this stuff when I start getting a little bit hungry. But I easily could have pushed the trowel for an hour without some food. Alright, tell you guys what, I got an idea. Instead of leaving you hanging for the mud coating content, why don't we do a little time lapse in the bathroom over here? You guys have seen me working in this tiny house bathroom enough. I'm sure you're ready for a different room. That was like a half bucket of mud there. No, I think it was more like a quarter. Anyways, as you can see, I had to put a lot of mud on that thing, but it's looking really good, especially considering that it was 1/2-inch board and 3/8 drywall. So we had that lip to bury plus paper tape plus quickset. So overall it's looking really good. And when you start getting into work like that, it's almost more like plastering than drywall finishing. You really have to know how to float out surfaces and let your trowel find the highs and lows. So all things considered, I think that's gonna look really good. And there's enough mud in there to use the, what the heck's that thing? The Festool PLANEX again. Also, I didn't have to pester the homeowner and be like, dude, the board's not right, and blah, blah, blah. You know, the world is run by yes men. So I went in there, got it done. He didn't have to undo any of his work, and we're all good. Okay, now I gotta coat this other bathroom, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, you guys, I am done in that bathroom, and I would say that it's all looking pretty good. You know, pretty nice and straight, nicely feathered joints. And a lot of those things that were looking really nasty in the first video where I introduced this job are looking pretty sharp now. So I'm happy with this job. It's ready for a final sand. I'm definitely not gonna use the Festool to finish sand it because I am nowhere near experienced enough on it. I'll wreck it for sure and go into tape and put little gouges here and there. So definitely doing that one the old fashioned way. But that other bathroom I coated today is so thick that it's gonna take like 3 days to dry. So I'm not even gonna come back for about 3 days. Gonna come sand that one out with the Festool, put another finish coat on it, and then I'll have to come back one more time and probably pole sand that one. Anyways, this video's done. If you've gotten something out of it, if you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing. It helps me out. And I just wanna say thanks for watching. Hopefully you're learning lots of stuff. I'm really enjoying doing the videos this way, and lots more to come. Always filming. Man, yeah, I'm putting in the hours. Anyways, I hope your project's going well, and I hope you're doing well. So thanks for watching Vancouver Carpenter. Till the next one.